This is a little bit weird. Okay, so it's October. By the way, that means that we are 90 days away from 2013, if you hadn't realised. 90 days! What the... But anyway, October is also Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I feel like I need a theme tune. Do I need a theme tune? No, I don't think a theme tune. Alex, don't be so ridiculous. I felt that I should do something kind of a bit different because that's what this blog is all about, that's what I talk about, that's what I'm passionate about. And I understand, believe me, that if you read something, then sometimes you can read it and you think it's a really good thing, and that's great, and thank you if you think that what I write is good, but you can forget about it easily. And I do this all the time. I'll bookmark something, or I'll see something on my phone and then I'll think, oh, I'll look at this again later, but then I never ever see it again. I thought that maybe if I use my actual face to talk to your actual face, then maybe it might hit home a little bit more. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is a really good thing, but let's kind of be honest about it. Awareness is not the problem. Everyone knows someone who knows someone who knows someone, and just because you're watching this blog, you know what breast cancer is, for God's sake. But what I want to talk about is how you can take that awareness and make it something more important for you, and possibly for the world. Big talk. Because breast cancer is now so well known about, it's so well talked about, it's so comfortable. And not, I don't mean that in an awful way, but it's pink and it's all smiles and laughter and tea and cakes and coffee mornings, which is really great because raising money in those ways is so important. I could not have gone through what I went through without the Macmillan nurses and things like that who are funded by those kinds of really fun activities. But thinking about breast cancer in that way takes away from the true and total shitness of what it is. It makes it easier for people to give money because, you know, it's not hard, it's not removed from our own life, really. We can just give money away and not have to really think about what goes on. And I pray that none of you ever have to see the real truth of what goes on, because believe me, the shell of a human being that is left behind by cancer is shit. It's not good. Let's kind of talk about it in a real way, because that's what it is. So, my mom died when she was 51. And some guy ran the London Marathon this year at over 100. What was he, like 110 or something? I don't even know. Really seriously old person. That's amazing. But when you think of it like that, my mom could have lived her entire life a second time if cancer hadn't taken that away from her and taken it away from me, to be totally selfish about it. So every time that she laughed, or every time that she went to a new country or met someone new or cried or said I love you, then she could have had the time to do all of those things all over again. It's just, what about if you think about the changes that you can make in your own life that might possibly make a larger difference? Say if I convinced you to make one change, just one change, swapping out white flour for brown flour, like, you know, white bread, white pasta, white rice, change them to the whole grain versions. If I convince you just to do that, then you convince your friend to do it too, and they convince their friend, and then, you know, it goes on and on and on and on and on in that kind of way. then you might have reduced your chance of getting cancer by a minuscule percentage. I mean, we're talking minuscule. This much. I'm not claiming to cure cancer with brown bread right now. That's ridiculous. If you've prevented yourself by just this tiny percentage, and then think about if everybody did that, then the overall world percentage is reduced by something much greater. Listen to me thinking I can change the world. It's just kind of hard to get to that point. With Awareness Month, how about you don't just be aware that it exists? How about you be aware that you can do something about it on your own level? Eat an apple instead of a chocolate bar every day. I understand the value of chocolate. Just small changes, one after the other, can actually do something so much bigger. Then maybe my mom would still be here. Maybe she would have got to live her life 2 times over. And maybe your mum would still be here, or your aunt, or your brother, or your sister, or your friend, or your partner, whoever, anyone who has ever experienced it. Maybe they wouldn't have had to experience it. That's why I write what I write. That's why I care about what I care about. And that's what I want to make you aware of. You just have to start. That's it.